Hi friends, and welcome to Solving Inequity Through Environmentalism by Josie Clark. Let's begin. Chapter 1 is mining. When deciding what equity problem I wanted to solve, I thought about my passions and what is truly important to me. If I had wrote down a list of interests that came into my mind at that time, it would have looked like this: animals, nature, and politics. All of these topics involve one thing: the environment. I care deeply about environmentalism because it is our responsibility as humans to take initiative and limit the effect we have on the natural world. It is irresponsible to let oil drilling, deforestation, pollution, etc. to damage communities and habitats without consequences. I think innovation in politics and technologies surrounding environmentalism will increase the quality of life for all populations on the planet. This brings me to my research question for this project. How can humans be proactive in limiting the harmful impacts of human enterprise? The answers to this question may include by recycling plastic, reversing the effects of pollution, or developing sustainable living habits. All of these answers can help establish equity in the environment. A journal article by Do It John also answers my research question. He states, informal, local, cooperative efforts should replace federal regulation in resolving many environmental controversies. This means regular citizens can take initiative in environmental policies and implement them even better than the federal government. Another article by G. Michael DeGrave illustrates that when citizens become educated in environmental issues, they make informed decisions that improve their impact on the natural world. DeGrave states a simple and effective environmental awareness program is needed to help reduce and eliminate environmental inequity. Without access to relevant information of the status of our environment, the average citizen cannot prevent the issues increasing environmental inequity. Creating a shareable online environmental awareness toolkit could help educate individuals through social media platforms and other online forums. We are now moving on to Chapter 2, Landscaping. My system shows how beliefs that voices do not matter in environmentalism generate politics that are not progressive, corrupt business, and damage of lands, which influences the environment not being protected, which eventually leads to inequity in the environment. Animals and nature are not being protected, citizens are not involved in politics, indigenous lands are being damaged, and the beliefs that voices do not matter in environmentalism are being produced by citizens, politicians, and businesses. The system I'm using is the iceberg model, because when one thinks of environmentalism, it is usually one-dimensional, umbrella thinking that doesn't encompass all of the issues relevant to environmentalism. I want to portray in my system how large the iceberg of environmentalism actually is. The environment is multifaceted, and thus environmentalism is too. By using the 10 rules of ideation in the disruptive design process, I developed my system, and it helped me get a grip on what systems govern environmentalism and how I can solve inequity. This brings me to Chapter 3, Building. I wanted to use the building process to solve the negative effects of human enterprise on the environment by using technology and politics to curb them. My problem arena, solving inequity among indigenous communities and globally through environmentalism awareness and education, helps the building process develop. By returning to mining and landscaping in the building process, I find evidence from John that states, citizens in environmentalism accomplish more than the federal government. This evidence can help me develop a solution that focuses on education and awareness of global citizens. As I move to the prototyping process, I focus on this piece of evidence. From DeGrave, he states, if people knew how decisions they make greatly affect the environment, people would make better decisions. This evidence has spurred me forward because it illustrates how important it is that people are aware of issues affecting the environment, and thus illustrates how awareness is the solution. In this section of the video, I share how I created my solution, which is a shareable online environmental toolkit that could contain viable information to be spread on social media containing knowledge of voting dates or environmental policies that are being implemented and how individuals can get involved. While I was prototyping, I relied on the evidence from DeGrave that states a simple and effective environmental awareness program is needed to help reduce inequity in environmentalism. My version of a simple and effective environmental awareness program is an online shareable environmental toolkit with viable information for citizens to get involved. Overall, the environment is a place that needs our protection, and we can do that by using technology to spread awareness and education on it. That's all. The end. Thank you.